Hello folks, and welcome to another edition of Force Collector. Today we are looking at another lightsaber from Ultrasabers, and this lightsaber right here is the Sentinel from Ultrasabers. Now this one I actually got a hold of because I was looking to do a double-bladed lightsaber. Yeah, just like Darth Maul, I was interested to see what the differences are in combat and how practical it is to use a double-bladed lightsaber. Now, while I picked this up and I used it, I really wasn't enjoying the whole two-bladed lightsaber thing. I do enjoy putting two of these hilts together, but before we get into that, let's talk exactly what this hilt has to offer. And just take a look at this thing. It's nice and lightweight. It's easy to move around in your hands. Even if there isn't a blade on it, or there is a blade on it, it's easy to move around, which is fantastic. I like the design of this. It is a long hilt, which is great for using for a double-bladed lightsaber or what have you. I like the intricate designs here. Look at that. You got that bit of gold here. You got the gold tinting here as well as on the top right by the emitter. And of course you can do a flat pommel to this, a flat screw-on pommel to this, but I have the coupler here because I do in fact use this for a double-bladed lightsaber or a lightsaber kind of like a pike. So this particular lightsaber is a normal switch. It has the normal guarded switch on it, so it does kind of make the flashlight clicking noise. And I have a blade plug in this right now, but this is a stunt lightsaber. So if you're unfamiliar with the term, if you've not watched previous episodes of the Force Collector, or are just new to the whole lightsaber collecting thing, then what a stunt lightsaber is, it's a lightsaber just with the electronics for the LED, no sound. So in this case, this does not have the Obsidian driver from Ultrasabers. So this particular color for this is orange, which is one of my favorite colors. Now Ultrasabers orange does show up pretty bright at night. Out of all of the colors of lightsabers though, I do have to say that orange, no matter what the manufacturer is, isn't really up to par with what I would like with orange. To me, this is more of an amberish color. Now, if you get the emerald driver from Ultrasabers and you customize the actual LED there, then you can see a true blood orange or regular orange. So far with the regular lights from any saber manufacturer, including Ultrasabers, the orange has never really been up to par. It still looks cool. You can still see it easily at night, but just not one of my favorites. In this case though, this color does match very well with the Sentinel's color outline, and I do have the window emitter here to give it a nice, cool look. Now, why don't we check out the lightsaber with an actual blade on it, and we can demonstrate what it looks like when it has one on it. Now here is the Sentinel with just a regular screw-on pommel on it. So as you can see, it does still give it a nice clean look. I personally prefer it with the vented coupler because it gives us this almost imposing look to it, but still, for spinning, this thing is fantastic. Now if you're curious about the blade side, this is one of the shorter blades that you can get. They consider this an initiate or a 24-inch blade. So this is very short. If you're using two of these and you don't have them coupled together, you can use them very well for double saber techniques, which is called one hand each saber. But again, because this thing is so light, it doesn't matter if you have a 24 or a 36-inch blade on it, it just cruises along easily. So I'm just going to do some free spinning here. So if I end up throwing this thing, I'm sorry. And I am not a spinning expert by any means, but this blade has some great movement to it. Nice and light. And you can see, I even have a ton of studio lights on me. This is still pretty bright. If I turn the lights out, you'll be able to see the difference, and maybe I will do an example of that. But overall, this is a nice, light lightsaber. If you're looking to do any sort of spinning, any sort of combat with it, or just looking for a neat piece to put on display for you. Why don't I show you what this thing looks like when it's coupled together with another one of these. So here we go. I have two of the same lightsaber hilts. a Sentinel here and another Sentinel here, and now I'm going to join them together to make a double-bladed lightsaber. So how do I do that? Well, I got the pommel screwed off the top of or bottom of this lightsaber, and here is my lightsaber with the vented coupler. So this is on one side. All I'm going to do is take this and screw it in. And of course, you gotta try to match up the buttons as close as you can. I'm just kind of doing this on a whim, so as you can tell, there is a little bit of distance between the actual buttons here. That's it. Take this little blade plug out and you'd have a double-bladed lightsaber. Now this is what I like about this particular lightsaber, because it's so light, and even though I don't necessarily like to use this as a double-bladed lightsaber or a lightsaber staff, because to me it's just not practical, I do like the extended amount of reach that you can get with this thing. Almost like a pike, you would say. So I can turn this on, and I can turn this on, and I'm ready to go, and I can still do the twirls, but now I can do even longer strikes with it. And it's easy to twist around and do other attacks with it. I have limited space here, and I really don't want to kill my camera, but it's quite handy. And to me, this is really the only way to do the back lightsaber attacks, kind of like Star Killer from The Force Unleashed. I never understood, and granted, his force powers are insane, but I've never really understood how he never just took his arm completely off, holding two lightsabers to the back. This works a little easier, so if that's something you're looking to do, getting two hilts here and putting them together can give you that look, and look how close I need to get in order for the actual lightsaber part to hit and burn me. And you have all this extension, so you can do your slashes, you can come down with it, and you can do your twirls, everything else. So it's kind of nice for that, and I'm really easily able to get this behind me and not have to worry about it touching me in the back here. So if that's something you're interested in style-wise, that may be something you want to consider. But overall, the Sentinel lightsaber from Ultrasabers is great. If you're looking to do something as a staff, if you're looking for just one single lightweight lightsaber, this is definitely one to pick up. I hope you enjoyed this review, and as always, thank you for watching Force Collector.